Hello, Ray. Good afternoon.
Hello, Julie. Lovely to be with you.
Okay, well, thanks for agreeing to be interviewed for Preston's Voice. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Yes, lovely to be with you. I appreciate this time. Yeah.
That's great. So I met you a short while ago, and I thought you'd be a really good person to interview for Preston's Voice, which I volunteer for, as you know. So here we go. First of all, if you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, Ray.
Right. Well, I suppose it's multiple. The simplest and quickest way I can describe it is I'm a creator, as I believe we all are. In terms of the demographic of my life, I'm with my partner, Michelle. I have 5 children from a previous marriage. They're kind of all of a grown-up age now and spread across the UK. But back to the creator, I'm a poet, I'm a songwriter, I'm a singer. I've done some acting. I'm a twice international best-selling published author. So that's why I chose the term creator to kind of sum all of that up. And I use that to share my own creativity. So there are two strands to me. Ray Coates, so me, and also Oversoul and the Architects of Passion. And that's a virtual musical creation. So through Ray Coates Voice particularly, I do share my own original music, but I also create for others. I create with others, original soundtrack songs. I create songwriting experiences for others. And through Oversoul and the Architects of Passion, it's more along the lines of self and social reform. I'm very much about using creativity to, change the way we look at life. And there are many things that need to be talked about. And I use creativity to shine a light on those subjects.
Wow, fantastic. So obviously, I would imagine you've always been a creative person. Have you always done all the different things that you've just spoken about, or are they new?
That's a fantastic question. Actually, the answer is yes and no. I've always been creative. I started writing poetry when I was about seven or eight, and that kind of was the beginning. I've not done that through my life. That's why obviously 5 children tells you a story. There was a there was a busy life with them. So certain things get put on hold, shall we say, and that's okay. That's a natural progression of life. Um, it's begun to open more. And I would say in the last 3 to 4 years has been a very expansive experience, not just for me through what I'm doing, but for others too. And that's an integral part. And I think, as we have this discussion, reasons why that is will become apparent. I'm very driven to not just share my voice, but to share the voice of others. So I guess in a way, the simplest way of putting it, it's kind of ebbed and flowed over the years. But in the last 3 to 4 years, it's absolutely exploded in the most beautiful way. And I truly love what I do. I love offering it to others. I love inspiration, and I love hearing. I love hearing thoughts of others and turning those thoughts into music, which is such a powerful thing to be able to do.
That's fantastic. You're obviously very passionate about what you do, Ray. So what drives you?
And passion is such a well-placed question. I've already said Oversoul and the Architects of Passion. So myself and others, we join forces together because I believe, sometimes life's dumbed down a bit, but I think there are 2, if not 3 main triggers in my life that have really motivated me and give me the momentum to do what I do, for my own behalf, but also on behalf of others. And throat cancer was probably the biggest one. 2008. I was diagnosed with throat cancer. I kind of knew before it happened. I had a lump on the side of the neck, and just inside me. It's difficult to describe, but I know when I've spoken to people that have had a variety of cancers, they say the same, that you kind of have this knowing. And I knew something wasn't right. And basically, after surgery, after radiation, I lost the ability to speak for an entire year, which is no exaggeration. And for some period of time afterwards, it affected me. Still does to some degree, not as much as it did a few years ago. But I know what it's like to feel disconnected and isolated in the voice, not able to communicate. Now that's transferred, that's transmuted for me, where I'm not just an advocate for throat cancer, that would be fine, to help people. And I've done that in the past through creativity. But for anybody in society who feels voiceless. So I've now moved into being driven to create this social reform through Ray Coates, through Oversoul and the Architects of Passion, to create a voice for the voiceless, for those who are disconnected and isolated. And if you think of that, that's a wide span of a lot of human beings. So that's why there's really two elements. There's the personalized services that I provide for others, writing their own signature song, their own DNA song, and that can be through the form of business as well. To help people to grow, to help people to expand themselves and what they're doing, and also with the social reform as well. So I'm doing that through Oversoul and the Architects of Passion, where we're shining a light on subjects like people living without a permanent home, and the injustice of society at times. And they're very, very important topics, and I'm very driven ultimately to create a voice for the voiceless, those that are unheard.
I was going to ask you about your latest developments in the world of rare quartz. I don't know whether you've just sort of alluded.
A little, but I'm happy to expand on that a little bit more.
If you want to expand a little, yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you. Well, there's two strands. I'll share some links in a moment where people can find me, but there's the element of a personalised thing that I do. So I write my own music, I create that, all original. I don't do any cover versions. It's all about creating for me. So I provide that as a service for others. Either one, somebody might have a wedding, they might have a birthday, they might have whatever it is, some occasion that they want an original piece of music for. So I do that. And or somebody might just want the experience of songwriting. So I create online workshops, personalized workshops. I know that's something that, you're creating an opportunity for me to share in.
Definitely.
And it's, and it's something that you summed it up actually brilliantly when you shared the post there. You said, no previous experience required. This is what turns people off. People think, I can't sing. They can't sing. I can't play an instrument. How can I write a song? I've written an entire album with people who said exactly the same. So it's lyrical content, and I just take them through that journey, which is a wonderful experience within itself. And then there's the other element, which is Oversoul Truth Music. There's a YouTube channel, there's a website, and basically that is powerful music to uplift the spirit, to uplift self, to realize how powerful, how incredible, how amazing all of us are. We are a miracle. Every single one of us is a lottery winner by the fact that we're alive. So really sharing that through powerful anthems to elevate, to uplift others, and also to shine a light on, the tragic darkness that exists in society as well.
It's really powerful, Ray. Okay. Have you got a particular message that you'd like to share with the viewers?
Yeah, your voice matters. Your voice matters. Anybody who thinks that, well, what difference can I make? If you join those differences together, that's what changes the world. Will I? Yes, of course I will. I will share my voice. Yes, of course I will. That should be a given. But it's also about us coming together, us collaborating, us connecting. Even if you feel in any way insignificant or inadequate, I really hope not, but I felt that. I genuinely have. I think
a lot of people do.
Yeah, it's very common, isn't it?
At times, yeah, definitely.
Very common.
Yeah. Okay, that's really good. So if people want to find out more about you, and obviously listen to the type of music that you do, where do they find you on social media?
Very simple. I think the websites are the best places to go. I got a little bit greedy, so I've got two websites. And that kind of separates things for me. So you will find me, raycoatesvoice.com, and you will also find oversoultruthmusic.com. And with both of those websites, all of the social media links are there as well. I'm very accessible. I'm not a remote performer, if you get me. You know, I
Yeah.
want to connect with people. I want to engage and interact with individuals. So those are the places basically to find me to begin with. raycoatesvoice.com, oversoultruthmusic.com.
Okay, that's great. And I've listened to quite a lot of your music, and you know, it's really inspirational. So I
Oh,
recommend that
thank you.
people do that.
Thank you,
Okay.
Julie.
Well, I think that sort of wraps it up for today. I'm sure it won't be the last that we see of you at Preston's Voice anyway. So many thanks, Ray, for talking to us today. And I wish you every success in what you're doing.
Thank you, Julie. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.